Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight with the video talking all about the big Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam 2015. Upcoming this week on Monday Night Raw. After Raw is over, if you head on over to WWE Network, WWE Network is going to be having an exclusive look at Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the long rivalry. That is what I'm looking into tonight. Basically, Undertaker and Brock had three big matches, I guess you can say, before leading up until SummerSlam coming up. You had Unforgiven 2002, No Mercy 2002, then you had No Mercy 2003. Of course, you had WrestleMania 30, which I guess this would be the fifth match. I apologize for misspeaking, but the first match went down at WWE Unforgiven 2002. Of course, this was the month after SummerSlam, where Brock had won his first championship by beating The Rock in Brock versus Rock, one of the biggest matches of 2002, one of the best pay-per-views of 2002, of course, being SummerSlam as well. Soon after winning the championship, Brock Lesnar was supposed to make an appearance on Monday Night Raw, showing off that he was the new champion, but Stephanie McMahon tucked him away, basically saying that his new contract stated that he was exclusive to the SmackDown brand, and that he would be leaving Monday Night Raw and no longer being able to appear, which left the Bischoff versus Stephanie feud at an all-time high, basically making it where Monday Night Raw would not have a champion, where they would have to bring back the WWE World Heavyweight title, which would be given to Triple H, and they would go on having their own championship with their own branding from there on out. Once being moved over to SmackDown, basically Brock Lesnar was brought in as the champion. They needed to find him a new #1 contender. I believe it was Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle were named the #1 contenders, but before they were able to have their #1 contenders match, Stephanie made another, basically another declaration, being that the Undertaker was now being moved to SmackDown, where he would be exclusive there as well. Of course, Undertaker would be exclusive to SmackDown throughout the end of his full-time wrestling career, before making appearances on Monday Night Raw to build up his big WrestleMania matches, because SmackDown don't matter no more. But basically at Unforgiven 2002, this match was built around Brock Lesnar going up against Undertaker. This was the rookie champion going up against the veteran of the locker room. This is when Undertaker was basically riding around on his motorcycle. You can call him Big Bad Evil. You can call him Dead Man Inc. You can call him just about anything you need to, but Undertaker, as the biker man, was badass. Brock Lesnar at this time, if you go back and watch this match, honestly looks nothing like the Brock Lesnar of today. As a rookie in 2002, Brock looked the part. He was very intimidating. He was very big. Probably one of the biggest guys that you'd seen in the ring that was able to move around the way he did. You could tell that he was packed full of talent. Basically, when this match starts, both guys come in nose to nose inside of the ring. Taker is able to shove Brock Lesnar back. Brock tries to take this fight into an amateur wrestling match, which basically the referee is trying to get clean breaks on everything, and Brock yells at the referee, "I came here to wrestle." But I just can't get over the fact of how young Brock Lesnar looks in this match. He just really, honestly, doesn't look anything of the Brock Lesnar that we know today. As they're wrestling around inside of the ring, Undertaker is out wrestling Brock, which Brock is very upset. He rolls out of the ring. He kicks the ring steps as hard as he could, rattling them in the corner. Basically, Taker is moving Brock around the ring, and at one point, Paul Heyman jumps up on the ring skirt, and Taker hits him with the big boot and knocks Heyman out of the match for a good little while. But because of that, slight, I guess you can say interference from Paul Heyman, Undertaker loses the advantage of the match, with Brock Lesnar punching Undertaker and working him over, and that becomes the big turn of the match. So basically, now Undertaker is getting beat around the ring. Undertaker takes a huge slam in the middle of the ring, which takes out Taker's midsection. You can see that he's selling his breathing throughout the rest of the ring. You can tell that this one hurt. It was honestly one of the biggest slams that I've ever seen in wrestling. Not only in Undertaker or Brock Lesnar matches. This slam was rewindable and play it back huge. When they get down on the floor, basically Brock Lesnar is changing this into like an amateur wrestling match with bear hugs on Undertaker. He knows that he has the midsection hurt, and he's just basically trying to take Taker out. He's trying to wear him down onto the floor. From here, Brock hits a belt shot on the floor to Undertaker when Paul Heyman has the referees. I guess you can say the referees paying attention to him. From there, Undertaker is busted open. Brock Lesnar is all over Taker. He basically is just putting his fist right into the wound of Taker and just rubbing it back and forth. Taker just is covered with blood. At this point, we have a ref squash into the corner, which becomes a big one in this match. Basically, with refs taking bumps all over the place. Taker hits a big choke slam. You could have counted to 100. Brock Lesnar was out big time. Taker should have got the win, but the ref was down. Out of the middle of nowhere, Matt Hardy comes running down to the ring, and he causes an interference. I thought this was a playoff of the Hardys going up against Brock Lesnar when Brock made his debut on Monday Night Raw. But Taker went after Undertaker, and Undertaker gave him the choke slam. And I believe he gave him a tombstone as well, which was enough to give the ref enough time to get back up. Taker, in defense, hits the worst DDT of all time. This was really, really bad, which leads to another ref bump, which led to a chair being thrown into the ring for Brock Lesnar to use, but it's stolen by The Undertaker. Taker hits 2 stiff chair shots on Brock Lesnar. The chair is unusable after this fact. It's basically bent in half. Brock is busted open. Brock is one of the worst bleeders of all time, which leads to a big boot and a leg drop. Yes, the Hogan finish by The Undertaker. And then we get a kick out from Brock Lesnar, which leads to an F5, which is countered by Undertaker being set down and punching Brock into the face. These guys start to openly brawl, which the referee tries to get into the middle, but he ends up getting squashed into the corner. I don't really see him take a punch from Taker, but basically, both guys are fighting. The referee's in the back. He can't get anywhere. There's nowhere for him to move. Brock is squashing both men into the corner, and they ring the bell, basically saying that this match is being thrown out due to disqualification. The crowd just boo, boo. But basically, you see that Brock and Taker is about more than the belt. Both of these guys are fighting for respect. Brock is the rookie, looking to make this guy respect him and understand that he deserves to be the champion. Taker is the grizzled old vet who basically is trying to say that there's no room for these young guys. You're gonna have to go through me if you want to go through me. At this time, Taker's calling this is my yard. The guys are brawling all up around. Basically, it looks like the Brock and Taker are being separated. Referees are keeping Taker in the ring. Referees are taking Brock to the back. At this point, it was almost like Monday Night Raw was a few weeks ago. Taker and Brock jawing back and forth at each other before Taker gets out of the ring, goes up the aisle, making his way up to where Brock is, and as they're trading punches. Brock just says, the fight is on. Taker grabs Brock by his neck and by his tights and just throws him through the event set. Basically, the set where it says Unforgiven, where the wrestlers would come out. Brock goes head first through the set. Basically, immediately, WWE puts up the Unforgiven 2002, copyrighted by WWE, and the pay-per-view goes off the air. I'm ready to see another fight from Brock versus Taker. This was an awesome one. This was a good one. This was a good one to start off a rivalry and start off a war.